Howdy doody. It's Friday and we're getting back to whatever the heck normal is on this channel when it comes to lives. Although saying that, today I'm doing something slightly not quite normal because I've had a challenge, but I'll come to that in a minute. But welcome to Friday, or at least I think it is. It's a very, very, very hot day, and I have had to turn off the fan just to be able to do this live, or at least some of it. I'm really, really hoping I can put the fan back on very, very soon. But whether you are joining for the actual live or whether you are sticking me on mute in a different tab or on the side of the kitchen while you go around cleaning, whichever, during the replay, I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Today we are spinning the super wheel. So anything that comes in via PayPal or via YouTube itself, via the supers, if it equals in one payment, if it equals £5 British, then for each £5 increment in that one payment, you will go on the wheel, and that will be getting spun, like I said, at the end of the live. But this is what it is looking like so far. We have got 41 entries on there. We have got Auntie, Camille, Christine, Janice, Laurie, Lucy, Mel, Oodley, Perp, Slug, Snaily, and Terry. They're all on there right now. We do have the goal going. If we happen to hit the goal, then not only will whoever has contributed to the goal be on that wheel for a chance to win. I've forgotten again. Oh my gosh, and I've just closed it as well. Hang on. It's £25 British, but in US dollars, no, that's not what I wanted, you pilchard. In US dollars, that equals $34 US, and that can go either into your PayPal if you have it, or if you don't have PayPal, you can choose a place to get a gift card of your choosing. As long as I can get it from there, I can get you a gift card and you can have your prize that way. But we will be spinning that at the end of the live. But if we get the goal, you're going to have to let me know, because we can't see it here in the StreamYard thingy-bobbity. And if we do get the goal, then what we'll do is add somebody to the wheel who usually can't get on, but they're in the chat like during the live. So, no. Right, now what I'm doing, what the heck am I doing? I did this to myself. So Miss Teresa over at Critters Crochet had the challenge of building a house of cards. And it made me giggle a little bit because I used to do it quite regularly as a kid with my grandmother's playing cards. And I used to build 2 pyramids as a base. And then I had a piece of card, like A4 piece of card, that would sit on top of that. And then I'd build a house of cards on top of that. And I used to love doing it. And I have not done it since probably age 15 or 16. And it made me giggle. And I said, oh, I could do that in a short. Because she was struggling. She managed to get a few going, and then it'd all come tumbling down. And I was like fixated on it. And I ended up saying, I can do that. I will do that. And she said, oh, yeah, if anybody does it, take pictures. And I went, no, I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to do a video. And then I thought, why do a video? I'll do it live, because then nobody can complain about me editing. I can't edit for cake or chocolate. But there's going to be no editing. All the fails that happen, you'll see them. So I've got my cards. I have my surface. So that is my aim today. But I will have a nosy in the chat first. So I know that Miss Sarah is in here. Miss Sarah, welcome in and good evening to you. Mr. Joe came and ran. Mr. Garden State Gardener. Shatika. She says good afternoon and blessings with a yarn ball as well. Everyone just did a yarn ball. Welcome in, Shatika, if you're still here. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Wriggles, how are we doing? I haven't had any updates, so I'm guessing nothing's changed yet. I wasn't meant to click that, I'm sorry. That's me moving the mouse. But welcome in, Miss Wriggles. That's Barbara Wriggle Baker. She says hi. Miss Knitting Purple says hello, Khadijah. Beautiful Beany and all in the chat. Beany literally ran out. Like the moment I moved the table into here, she was like, oh, I'm done. She was on here and she was just sprawled because it is so hot and sticky today. It's nasty. And she was trying to cool down, but it didn't work. Miss Terry, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. She says, hello, Lisa, and chat. Welcome in. Do you know, I had a feeling you'd say that, Perp. Perp says, is that a concert t-shirt? Yes, it is. Stray Kids. Woo! Yes. All the designers, it's on the back. I know you'd like to see the back of me, but not just yet. So I will try and keep up with the chat as best I can, but I'm also going to try and build cards, which I'm really dreading. Because I haven't done this for so long. I don't know how it's going to go. If I fail miserably, then Miss Teresa can laugh at me. Because, you know, I did giggle at her, so she has every right to laugh as much as she likes at me. You all are. I definitely don't have steady hands at all. And I am known to be extremely clumsy. So this should go really, really well. But we'll find out. But anyway, this week I have been working on Sophie's Dream blanket, which is made up, if anybody made Sophie's Universe, the first initial square in the very, very middle of the universe is Sophie's Garden. And 12 Sophie's Gardens. Oh, do you know what? I need to do that first. 12 Sophie's Gardens make up Sophie's Dream. And that's what I'm making. And I am on round 20. Oh my gosh. 24, I believe. Round 24 of 36. Of the first square. Did I tell you to do that? Excuse me? I know you might be a king, but a king upholds his kingdom. And I'm really struggling with my hands with it. But when I get into it, I get into it. The only bad thing with it for me, I don't read. I've got to stop talking. I don't read properly because I'll read the pattern and be like, well, you're saying to do this, but that isn't there. You're saying to put this many here, but there's only this many, and I can't put that many in that many because it doesn't work, etc. And then every time, it turns out that I'm reading either the one above or the one below the instruction that I actually need. It tends to be my my little thing. Welcome in, Miss Sharon. Good evening. Hope you slept well. You're brushing Binx. I need to do Beany a really, really good groom. She is off to the vets on Tuesday, just to have a normal checkup. There's nothing wrong, but I need to get some more wormer for her. I usually get a year's worth at a time, and they haven't seen her for I think it was March last year, and they said, well, if you want us to give you prescription tablets, then, because it's prescription ones that we use, then we need to see her and check her over. So unbeknownst to her right now, hey, she's going in on Tuesday, which will be good for my peace of mind, I think. Not that I think there's anything wrong with her. I mean, she needed the vet last year, this time last year. It was a very, 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 very scary time. And they wanted close to £1,000 to do tests on her. And my insurance would only pay out 700 and something. It wasn't enough, and I definitely didn't have the money at that time to be able to do anything. So I just got advice. But since then, there haven't been any problems, thankfully. So taking her on Tuesday, it will be very much peace of mind. She'll hate me for it, but it'll be fine because she'll get treats at the end. Miss Christine is crocheting. She's popping in to say hi to everyone. I will watch the replay. She's at work, of course. So she's not even a lurking gherkin. She's not even a working lurking gherkin. She's just working. Thank you, Zara. Teresa Critters Crochet is what Zara has just dropped. The video where she's actually doing this card challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Wait a minute. One more? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe I'll leave it at 5. I don't like odd numbers. I'm going for 6 on the button. I'm sorry. I want a base of 6. I know the next layer is going to be an odd number, but I want a sturdy, even foundation. I mean, I say sturdy. It'll probably fall over in about 2 minutes. Got a dodgy card. So I know this isn't yarn related, but when you're given a challenge, you know. Oh yeah, Beany's outside scratching the heck out of the garden gate. One of her regular pastimes. I'm too shaky for this. I'm too old and shaky for this. Oh, let's put the dodgy one on. There we go. Don't cough in the direction of the cards. Sharon says he has just had a really good brush. Looks thinner now. When I do Beany, I think I take between 3 and 4 loads of hair, you know, where you're brushing so much that you can't brush anymore because the hair is so compact and so thick that you have to take all the hair off. And I do about 3 or 4 each time I do Beany, and yet she doesn't look any different. And still, if I stroke her, I've still got a handful of hair, and it's like, oh, for heaven's sake, how much do you need off? I feel so sorry for her in summer because her hair must be really, really thick, although she does look hilarious when she's wet. Only 2.5 hours sleep? Well, that's not very much, is it? Let me scroll down. Thank you, Nightbar, Miss Anvita. Hello, Miss Anvita. Good evening to you. She says, hi, Khadijah, and all crafty friends in the chat. Oh, they're all very, very crafty. Very crafty. Doris, Miss Doris Artman, she says, good morning from Oregon. And I say, good evening from England. England. Welcome in, Miss Doris. Oh, I'm so hot. I really, really, really am feeling the fact I don't have the fan on. Really feeling it. Really feeling it. I'm so scared of doing a second layer. I'm already seeing that this one isn't exactly going to stand for much longer. And I don't know whether to try and adjust it now or just hope. And I think if I try and adjust it now, it'll all fall down. And if I leave it, it'll all fall down. It's so interesting. Oh. But this bit is where it gets the tricky bit, because, you know, second layer and stuff. Catnaps! Welcome in, catnaps. I could do with a catnap. I very nearly had one this afternoon, very nearly, and I forced myself not to. And instead, I continued with my Sophie's Square, determined to get a little bit done because I haven't been able to do any for the past couple of days, and that was a bad mistake. I don't. That can stay on the floor. It can stay on the floor. Ooh, ooh, that was close. This one is definitely. I don't know if you can see that from there because of the angle, but that is about 5 millimeters away from the central point. Yes, House of Cards challenge, Miss Doris. Which I laughed and went, yeah, I could do that. I could do it in a short without any speed ups. I mean, I lied, obviously. That's going to fall down any moment. That won't last. That's going to come down. Don't curse it now, Sharon. Don't curse it. This is why I can't do jigsaws, and I'm very, very apprehensive to do the diamond paintings that I want to do. I've got Mecky diamond painting. I've got in fact, 2 Mecky diamond paintings. Plus I've got the seascape from Auntie. And I've never done diamond painting before, but I really want to do them. And I'm so scared of starting this diamond painting and Beany jumping up and ending up with all these little diamonds all over her and them being all over the floor and me just going, well, screw it, and getting the vacuum cleaner out. I don't do jigsaw puzzles. I won't do diamond painting. I won't even do a board game, really, because I have the bean. Welcome in, Miss Vima. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. You were there the other night. You were there when I said, I'm going to do it. I'll do it. I'll film it. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. That is so going down. There we go. Adjusted. And it's so hot that I really need that fan on. Of course, I can't have the fan on because the fan will blow all this down anyway. I won't stand a flipping chance. Not that I feel like I have a chance anyway with my dodgy, shaky hands, but I'm trying. You used Uno cards? Oh, I have got Uno. Oh, I love Uno. Oh, but my Uno cards are Stray Kids. That would mean taking the cards out of the packet. And then I'd be like too engrossed in each Uno card and I wouldn't be paying you guys any attention. You see, boring playing cards, I can pay attention to the chat a little bit, you know? A little bit. Try to. Miss Sharon said, decided to get 2 forward helix studs tomorrow. My ears will be even more sparkly. Oh my gosh. Wow. Are you getting them both in the same ear or are you getting one in each? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine the pain. Now, I'm quite surprised you said sparkly and not not bright and neon-y. I can kind of imagine you. I think, was it my, no, it wasn't my belly. Oh, when I got the top of my ear done, I mean, we're looking at early 90s here. When I got that done, the shop that I got it done in was absolutely filled with earrings and belly bars and nose rings and other things. And there was one whole corner, like 2 walls together, both sides of this corner, the entire corner full of neon. And it was all darkened out apart from the ultraviolet light above it. They were glowing. That is what I would imagine from Miss Sharon, like something like that, but not sparkly. Can't blame you for the sparkles, though. I mean, I love sparkles. I love the sparkles. Same ear. I need to see. It's going to be very, very red, but I want to see it. Doris says, we have enough cards around here. That gives me an idea for game night that we're way overdue for. Try and build a house of cards. Each of you have a set amount of cards, and it's the first person to make a certain height of house. Pep says, I'm back. False alarm. I thought someone had opened a door. Cat? Maybe? It wasn't catnap, so. She says, and then 52 card pickup is still fun for the little people here. Yeah, until you lose the cards down the bookcase or under the sofa, or I know there was a 10 of spades around here somewhere. Sharon says, I do love the neon, but most of my others are sparkly. My stuff's sparkly. Like my belly bar has always got a blue gems in it, and right now it's it's a ring, and all around the ring are sapphire colored crystals. And thankfully, as it's a ring, it doesn't get caught in the top of my jeans like a belly bar does, which I have struggled too many times over the years with the belly bar getting stuck in my jeans. It's not good. So I said, shall I do the question now? Oh, yes, go for it. I completely forgot. Yes, because we're back to normal lives again, we have a question of the live. Anybody can drop the link. Darcia, hello, my dear. I made one complete deck from Partial Barbie, Winnie the Pooh, and Paw Patrol. That's quite the cartoon house. Quite the cartoon house. Mine are just plain boring. I could have got my posh ones out, but these were kind of at the front. I'm like, yeah, they'll do. I could have shown you all my little posh ones. Nightbot says, well, Zara Tabassum, how about this one? If you could visit any fictional world, where would it be? So the question of the live, if you could visit any fictional world, where would it be? I've got to think about it. Thinking isn't my forte. Joyce says it's probably going to be a couple partial decks all over. It won't matter anymore. I mean, I don't know how many decks this is. This might be a full 2 set, or it might not be even 1 full set. I don't know. I have no clue. That was a little bit hard, wasn't it, Khadijah? I mean, just throw it down. Why don't you? You know, don't worry about how delicate the cards are. Doofus. Doris says, oh, easy, that's Narnia. Narnia's scary. It's scary. You could get killed so easily in Narnia. Oh. Although the really, I didn't even get a chance to pick the other one up. Really? Now you're just doing it to spite me, aren't you? Oh my gosh. The cold side of Narnia. Yeah, I could do that. Miss Sarah says, I would want to be with Tom and Jerry. Growing up, I watched it a lot. Got some nice memories. But would Tweet? Oh no, because Tweet is Sylvester. So Tom and Jerry, really? Spike, that's who I'm thinking of. Spike, the bulldog. Would he be included in that world, Sarah? Or just Tom and Jerry? I used to really like the mum, or the mom, a lot. I'm not going to use that one. Darcia says, the royal kingdoms that I see in Hallmark movies. Oh, now I'm going to spoil everybody's thing. I'm just going to put a dampener on everything. Watched a documentary today about Queen Elizabeth, who I've got quite a fascination about. And even though I knew this information beforehand, the way this documentary put it, it just made me go, ooh, even though I knew the information. But depending on what century and what country the royal kingdom is, depends on how smelly and rotting you would be. So there's a thought. Let's be royal and rot. Yay! Just saying. But yeah, the lavish balls and the food and the decor of places, if you can afford it, heck yeah. Sharon says it would have to be from the book The Wishing Chair or the Faraway Tree. Miss Sharon in the Faraway Tree. Sure, my memory is just so bad. Doris says I'll pick the Golden Age. What, in Narnia? I hate gold. Personally, I hate gold. I'm very much a silver freak. Bring on the silver. For me, it's far more shiny and glitzy. So give me a silver world, and I'll be quite happy. Plus, for me, I think silver goes a little bit better with blue. Personal opinion, of course. Dove says, no, don't want the dogs. Okay. Sarah's showing her true Muslim side there. No dogs. Poor Spike. Sarah says maybe ask Tweety Bird to join in, but then Sylvester would have to come in as well. And would Sylvester get on with Tom? I'm pretty sure Tweety would get on very, very well with Jerry. But would Sylvester get on with Tom, especially as Sylvester can talk, even with a lisp, but Tom can't? Could be an interesting little thing. Perhaps says, her answer to the question of the live is the island from the famous 5 books. An island. as long as there's plenty to do and you can survive on that island, think of the tranquility. You could be the master of your own kingdom, as it were. Gentle. Gentle. Bim says, I was sweating by the time I finished the House of Cards. I'm sweating already. It is 26 in here right now, and it is extremely humid. I don't know how humid, but it believe me, I mean, my arms are a little bit shiny, and they're hairy as well, so hairy and shiny. And my back, isn't exactly the Sahara right now. Darcia says, as an American, I find royals fascinating. As long as they aren't here. The Old West was actually very stinky and disgusting, not romantic at all. It's the same with the royals, because up until I think it was Victorian time, or just before Victorian time, the royals never bathed apart from when they were born, when they got married, and when they died. That was it. They wouldn't bath apart from that. And then the wigs that would have maggots in and lice and never get washed because water was looked at as it would rid you of your Holy Spirit. As a royal, you were doing the work of God for your land, or as a royal, you are doing the work of God for your land. So you'd carry on masking it in perfumes and mercury, and you wouldn't wash at all. You'd pile on the makeup, you'd never take it off, you'd just keep piling it on. The wigs would just be absolutely horrendously disgusting. Your clothes as well. Vile, absolutely vile. And yet in TV land and books, it's all, oh, they're beautiful, oh, they're so nice. Yeah, but nobody can smell anything. They've all got their noses clamped, because if they could smell, they'd all be on the floor unconscious. Perhaps says, Sharon, the yarn dyer Giddy Yarns has dyed a whole set of faraway tree yarns. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Doris says that's when the 4 Pevensies, I don't know that word, were kings and queens, and there was peace. Pevensies in Narnia. What's a Pevensey? No, brain not working. It ain't working. Welcome in, Miss Lulu. Howdy doody, Lulu. Yes, I saw. It did make me laugh when you said that the chocolate had basically already been claimed and you hadn't even taken it out of the bag yet. Would have gone in about 20 minutes with me. Just me. No sharing. Oh. But you said in your video, you said you'd never had English chocolate before. Well, I'm guessing you still haven't, because that isn't English chocolate. It's American chocolate. But maybe if I need to send to you again, I can find some English chocolate, and I might be able to send that to you if I remember. We all know my head and memory. Really? Go again. Darcy says, it says I'm on a commercial, but nothing is showing up. Lucky you. Miss Cindy says, hi, Darcia. Darcy says, I lost your content. What? What happened? What happened? And Miss Cindy says, watching on TV. Oh, my gosh. With Sis today. Hi, Sis. Did you enjoy the chocolate? Which one did you have? Did you like either of them? Did you like one in particular? Did you even get a chance? Did she let you have a go? Scroll down. Zara says, not Zara, Terry says, I got stuck in ads during the podiversary. Go out, come in a few times. Ugly stuck. Sorry, Terry. I am sorry. I have no idea what I've put the ads on this one. I'm sure I've just put them on mediocre. I think I've just put them on mediocre. Give me a second. I just had a blip. Crochet Society and Talk Energy. I don't want a glitter space kit. Go away. Go away. How random. Okay. Let me go back. Wheel. There we go. Miss Lucy. Welcome in, Miss Lucy. She says, hello, Ladybird. The Beanses, who isn't currently here. I'm sure she will be. I'm sure she will. And all in chat. Now, is she a working lurking gherkin or just a lurking gherkin or not a gherkin at all? Miss Lulu says, I am sure that is very true, Lisa. Very true indeed about the smell. And you've also got to remember that up until and including some people in Edwardian times, as in like last century, the women with the big dresses, long dresses that touch the floor, when you have a turn about the room and you're walking around the room or walking down a corridor, you may well at any point be going to the toilet at the same time, because that was quite a regular thing as well, because not everybody could have a toilet. So yeah, there's a thing too. Yummy. Sharon says, I've already got some coming, pup. Oh my gosh, she already went there. Awake. Lucy says, last name of Lucy and Susan and the boy. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Lucy says, the last name of Lucy and Susan and the boys. No, I'm completely no. Oh, in Narnia. Oh, got ya. With Doris saying Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy's last name, then I was like, Peter and Edmund. It was Lucy. Oh, Lucy. Oh no. Okay. It's been a long time, you know, a long time. I'm so sorry. Miss Lulu says it's all gone, except a few more bites. At least it had real sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. And it's real chocolate. It's chocolate. But Miss Cindy says she had a taste of the crispy one. Well, they're both crispy because one's got crunchy, so it's honeycomb, and the other one has got Smarties, popping candy, and jelly beans in it. Miss Lucy is getting ready for work, so she'll soon be a working gherkin. Doris said, if it's not Narnia, I would like to live. Oh, she's having a second go. Okay. If it's not Narnia, I would like to live in Rohan in the time of peace after the whole ring battle thing. After the whole ring battle thing. And she's also quite disgusted at something, but I can't remember what it might be. Lucy says, one of my favourite book series, The Narnia. I read Narnia when I was very, very little, very, very little. And then they brought out a TV series of the Chronicles of Narnia. And I never picked the book up again. I was fascinated by, I can't remember his name, beginning with T. And that's who Beany reminds me of all the time. All the time when I go, look at you in your fuzzy trousers. Can't think of his name. But you'll tell me it in a minute and I'll go, yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Even though I can't remember his name now. The bad thing about having a really bad memory that you can remember certain aspects, but you can't necessarily pinpoint things to finish the memory off. Like I remember two particular Mr. I can remember seeing Lucy in the white carriage with the Queen. Bad Queen. And them riding off. And I remember the glistening snow. But that's the only scene that I remember from the film. Doris says the Edwardian toilet problem. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tomlinson. Do you know what? I used to have Tumnus. Thank you, Tumnus, Doris. Tomlinson was a friend of mine. I adored him so much. He was lovely. He took me under his wing when I was 15, I think. I used to fancy his best mate who lived opposite where I did when I lived with Oma, my grandmother. And I knew if Tommy was coming, that's what we nicknamed him, Tommy. If Tommy was coming round, that meant I'd get to see his best mate. I never even said hello to his best mate. I just ogled him through the bedroom window. Not in any weird way. Not like that. But I never actually got to say hello to him. But I knew if Tommy was coming round, then I'd get to see him outside in the street with his cap and his chain. Oh, the tastes we used to have when we were younger, how they change. That's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit too much of a stretch, I think. So we'll do that. Mr. Tumnus. Hello, Miss Slug. You are on the wheel, my dear. Hello, Miss Slug. Lucy says, while the BBC Narnia series is the best, you should reread the book. Yeah, I've been told that a few times. I have been told that a few times. One thing that freaked me out was, I don't know how old I was when I realised that my grandmother had two wardrobes that looked practically spot on to the ones that the kids went through. And the amount of times where I would really quietly open the door, which creaked, turn the key, which clunked, and step into the wardrobe, and I'd have to kind of part, had fur coats on this side, and on that side were her dresses, and I'd have to part them to see the back of the wardrobe. And I knew that if I could just get in the wardrobe and shut the door, I could go to Narnia. I never had the guts to shut the door. Never. It used to freak me out. But I used to do that quite a few times. But I'd have to be so quiet because it was such a noisy wardrobe. Let me long cool woman with a doggy in the profile picture. She says, hello, welcome in. She says, I love building with cards. Used to do that with my grandson when he was little. Last time I did it, I was little. I mean, I'm still a little person, but, you know, much younger. I haven't done it since I was really, really young. But I have been challenged, and I kind of forced it upon myself. But I was challenged by another channel, Miss Teresa at Critters Crochet. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it live. So that's what I'm doing. But I haven't done it for so long. I don't know what is spurring me on to do it now. I have no clue. But Teresa was getting very, very frustrated doing it. And it made me giggle. And I want to giggle at myself right now. But that will make them all fall down. So I'm trying not to. But I don't have the steady hands that I used to when I was younger. At all. So this is a challenge. It's a challenge. Miss Angela, welcome in, Miss Miss Angela, welcome in. I'll have a drink. Maybe that will help. I don't know how, but there we go. Welcome in, Miss Angela. Miss Angela says, hi, Lisa and Beany and everyone in the chat. How are y'all doing today? Doing fine today, drinking water. Oh, I've got my water today. I've got water today, but I've got to finish my cup of tea first. The water's a treat after the tea. I'm doing fine today, drinking water and still working on my sweater. I need to see this sweater. I need to see the sweater. And now the cool woman's laughing at me as she speaks. I know. It'd be so much easier if I just did this in like one of my quiet crochet videos. No, today we're not doing quiet crochet. We're doing quiet card building. Because why not? Be something randomly different as well. I mean, let's face it, I can't crochet while I'm doing a live because I can't concentrate on the stitches. Ooh. Can't concentrate on the stitches while I'm talking. That might be the same with the cards, maybe. I don't know. Oh yes, the question of the live. I haven't even thought of mine yet, have I? So the question of the live for you all is, if you could visit any fictional world, where would it be? I've thought of two, and I don't know which one I'd rather go for. Maybe the first one, but I don't know what it's called. One of you in the chat's going to know. But where Mr. Aquaman comes from. And it's not to see Aquaman, it's the fact that it's all underwater and you've got the sea life around you. And I love water, and it's very blue, and sea creatures and sea and coral and beauty. Wherever that place is, Aqualand. That's where I'd like to be. Obviously, I'd need to be able to breathe as well. I don't know if that's part of the deal, but breathing might be a good thing with it, possibly. The other one, which would probably be my second choice, if I don't get the choice to breathe underwater, it's either, well, if you go underwater, you're going to drown. Okay, let's not go there. Then I'd go to the place, again, I can't remember the name of it, but where Avatar is set with the blue people. No, I don't want to go to Smurfs. Can't be dealing with the Smurfs. They're way too tiny. I'd stand on them and I wouldn't be able to go in their little houses and stuff. So I'll be the little one. And I'll help the blue people in Avatar. You don't realise how much you hold your breath back. Whew. Yeah, that works. That works, Perp. Yep. Although, isn't that where Ariel lives, in Atlantis? And Atlantis used to be a real thing, just not underwater, I think. I'm sure Atlantis was a Greek thing. Laurie, hiya. Welcome in. Don't say that, Laurie. Don't curse me. Laurie from Laurie's Stories and Crochet says, I'm sorry I'm late. You're not, because I'm still alive. But you're rocking this card house. Yeah, you wouldn't have said that 2 minutes ago. Wouldn't have said it 2 minutes ago. I just want to get it done so that I can get my fan back on. That's it. That's my goal for this. And by the way, anybody in here that hasn't sent me 4 squares or hasn't sent me any squares at all for my subscriber blanket, if you knit, crochet, finger knit, loom, doesn't matter as long as you're using wool, yarn, and you're willing, I'm in dire need. No, you little bugger. Oh, I haven't seen anything of Teresa, so I'm guessing she wasn't able to post the squares, which means I actually need 7. I need 7 squares, not all from one person, but if you haven't sent me 4 and you're willing to send me 1 or 2 more, please do. And if you can't send any squares at all because of postage, don't worry. Email me. I'll get it sorted. Miss Cool Woman says, I have to cook my sausage and beans, but I'll be listening. Sausage and beans? That sounds like a very English student thing. You need some toast underneath. Sausage and beans on toast. I would like to say at this point, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because it's all going to come tumbling down any moment. sausage and beans on toast. I haven't had sausage and beans since I lived with my mother. So that must have been 19, 20 years ago, I think, when I was working for Sports Direct and I was a barmaid for a working man's club. I really, really need to breathe. Oh my gosh. 2 more layers to go. Oh God, what's she done? You're naughty? You'd blow it down? I'm worried about farting. Gonna be honest. And the thing is, the window's open as well. So we only need a really good bit of wind and it'll all be gone. But this isn't looking very stable. This one isn't looking very stable. But we'll see. See, I could so easily just put one on the top and go, ta-da! But I'm doing it properly, as best I can, doing it properly, you know? And I think that was another thing that I found quite strange with the way Teresa was doing it. Was I'd never seen anybody do a house of cards with such a big gap between the cards, because I've only ever done it like this. We've got a very, very, very minimal, should be about 1 centimetre. 2 of mine are questionable. And she also used the sides of the cards rather than, she did them horizontally rather than, she did them landscape instead of portrait. And up until me starting this, I couldn't remember how I built them, whether I did them landscape or portrait. But then as soon as I started putting down, I'm like, oh yeah, portrait, okay. You bugger. I did say it didn't look good. Let me get this one on and I'll look at the chat because I just saw it move. Lois says, I'm heading to the doctor yet again. Again? Is this for your ankle? I'll listen and watch until I get called back. No worries, I'm fine. Just had it. Oh, like a really bad reaction or something that was a little bit unexpected and yeah, I can't put up with this. Oh, that's going to go next. That's leaning too much. Its centre of gravity has gone kaput. I daren't touch it because the whole thing's going to come down. No. 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 I saw you. Please don't. Looks like I have the measles. Ew, you're spotty. I don't think we call them hives. I think we just call them spots over here. I've never known anybody to call them hives, although they may well be. But you're spotty, like a ladybird. Nothing wrong with being spotty like a ladybird. But if they're itchy, yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue. I get a rash on my hands that's always there. And it's when I get very, very stressed, it comes up and it's as itchy as heck. It's like heat rash. It's like heat rash. And it's as itchy as heck. And when I scratch them, they weep, which is not nice. I can't believe we're just bugging the cards up. That was very stupid, wasn't it, really? Very immature, Khadijah. Very immature. Grow up. Itchy everywhere. Yeah, that's not good. Well, I hope he doesn't just give you some cream and say, well, put up with it and here's some cream, stick that on it and you'll be fine. Benadryl? Benadryl is actually something I know because we've actually got Benadryl over here. Oh, the Linky Doodabs. Oh my gosh, it's that time already. Flipping heck. Flipping heck. Linky Doodabs then. Well, as we're talking spots, how about if you are a creator, if you have videos on your channel that are newer than a year old, and you would like your link dropping to possibly get some people to come over and say hello to your channel, how about using the emoji of the red dot, the red spot? I know there's one there. There's a blue square as well, but we'll do the red dot. The red dot spot. Oh, by the way, Perp, what, you didn't say, I know you got your winnings, but were the stitch markers okay? Oh, and the row counter. You had a row counter as well, didn't you? Laurie found a picked spot. I didn't know there was a picked spot. We have a picked spot as well. Ew, she. Yeah. Oh yeah, she can't talk yet, can she? Because she'll get told off by Zara. Sorry, Perp. Let's tell me in a minute. If you are dropping your spot, don't forget to advertise your channel. Advertise it well. Sell it to the public. I mean, you're not going to get any money for it, but you might get a couple of subs, which would be nice. That is so going to buckle. I have properly buggered up a couple of these cards. Ima would be shouting at me so much. So sell your channel. Let us know what your channel is about, what its main content is. Tell us if you've got anything happening. Oh, well, the slug went for it. Okay, there you go. Slug's already, she jumped in there. She was like, I ain't waiting for no one. Although I'm pretty sure she pressed enter by accident because she needed to do the rest of the sentence. So I will wait for her. Mistakes happen. We know this. I make about 10 million a day. I've definitely made quite a few over the past few days. Did I say you could lay down? Was it bedtime? Oh, you bugger. Okay, let's go with Laurie first. Laurie, if you want to drop your advert. And we will spin the wheel in 45 minutes and find out who is going to win that $34. I was doing so well. I was doing so well. Miss Laurie Stories and Crochet. At my channel, you never know what's going to happen and what shenanigans I'll get up to. I'll talk about students, family, friends, and life while I crochet and talk about yarn. And that is Miss Laurie. Thank you very much, Miss Sarah. Linky Doodah is right there. Thank you very much. Miss Slug, I'm guessing you've got your whole advert now, so go ahead and tap the send. Entery doodahs. That was way too forceful. I have ruined some of these cards. Miss Slug, aka Demetra, aka The Naked Snail, says, hello. I have a Christmas in July event currently ongoing. Come on over and add your comments. And then she does a big, and Zara has placed her link. And the Christmas in July, it's very, very yarny. And they're so cute. And would you believe it? My favourite so far isn't blue. Excuse me? Excuse me? Anyway, apparently nobody else wanted their channel drop in. So the chat is now open again. Make sure you've got these two down so you can go and have a nosy. If you don't know about them yet, please go over and say a hello-de-doody. I'm sure they would very much appreciate it. Go and see what's going on. And Laurie posts practically every day. Slug is currently posting every day. So there's plenty of content. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was doing so well. Thank you very much, Miss Zara. Thank you very much to the ladies. I really messed up. Miss Lucy is going to work now and says, have a great weekend. Take care, Miss Lucy. I hope it's better than last week. Miss Sharon is sewing in some ends on her hexicardie. Oh, that reminds me. Tomorrow, I'm doing the cracking the whips. So if you have previously sent me pictures of a whip or two and they have progress on them, please send your progress. Send me the email with the progress pictures. Really hope a couple of them are faux by now. And likewise, if you have previously sent whips as photos and it is now a faux, not just progress, but ultimate progress, send me that. That would be fabulous. I will be showing you my Amacal blanket because, of course, that is now finished. So you will get to see that. And I won't be showing you my Sophie's Dream blanket yet, because that's still months away from completion. Months away. But I know we've got a couple of people that have already sent a couple of pictures through. But that will be doing tomorrow. So what I will say is, what's the time now? 7. I will say you've got 12 hours to get your pictures in before I start making up the video. So send me whips. Please no more than 3 pictures per item. I do tend to crop them and turn them. If you can take your picture with it landscape and not portrait, it would be very, very beneficial, because if a picture that's taken portrait is on a phone, it's going to be so tiny people can't really see it. Whereas if it's landscape, it can be much bigger and people can see detailing and colours and things. So please take that into consideration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now my mouse isn't working. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working. Okay. Laurie says, I know my Christmas in July project for Armchair Chef Laurie was everyone's favourite. I can't mention that. It's what reindeer make. That's all I can say. I can't say anything else because I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. As I'm already in trouble, getting in more trouble isn't the best idea. But reindeer make them. I've thought about it and I've thought I need to put glisten with it because, you know, why not? Miss Perp started a hat today. Particular type of hat, or are we looking at beanie hat? Miss Sharon says, I'll send you a picture later. Thank you very much. Laurie says, oh, I'll send you the whip that makes me want to cry. Oh no, I'm making progress, but do you want to see the 2 pics so you can see the progress? Yeah, go for it. Yes. Because I can put the one before. Are you suicidal? I can put the one before the other one, but then we can, if you remember, then we can see the faux when it's all finished. I mean, obviously it'll be on your channel first, obviously, but I was really hoping you were just going to go steam ahead and go, there's nothing else now. It's this. I've got to focus on this. I've got to get it finished. It's frustrating. I'm near the end, though. The end is in sight. Let's go for it. She hasn't gone there yet. Not yet. But yes, send away. And cracking the whips video will be up tomorrow. I'm getting too heavy-handed now. Let me just go and have a look. Oh, go away with the rubbish that I don't need to know about. Go away. I have so far got 3 people. I've got Angela, Lucy, and Jay so far. Oh, which also reminds me, Secret Santa. Secret Santa. 3 people have signed up. 3 people. We normally have between 30 and 50. Where is everyone? Secret Santa is up. There's quite a few of you, in fact, all bar one person, have asked for the rules and can we do this, can we do that, can we do the other? Despite the fact that the video says, look in the description for the rules, nobody's looking in the description for the rules. But Secret Santa is up. We need some Secret Santas, and we also need 1 or 2 people that might be willing to send an extra gift within their country, just in case. There's always somebody that would love to take part, but finances just aren't there, or they're a little bit like me, financially challenged, as it were, and so can't partake, but we can always send them a secret gift, you know? They don't need to know, but we could send them a little secret gift that they don't need to know about. It will just be from Secret Santa, which I think will be a nice little thing. That's going to come straight down. That's gonna go. Perp says the pic I sent was for tonight, not cracking the whip. Yes, I'm good. Yeah. Yep. It's not being seen as a whip. Well, I saw it as a whip when it had no face, but now they have faces. Maybe shipping is so daunting. You want to try being in the UK, but shipping wise, if you go over to, okay, this is something that I still don't understand, and Laurie hasn't been able to explain it to my simple mind. But Laurie, Armchair Chef, was able to help me out with doing a yarn trade. She had 3 cakes. I had 3. We were doing a swap. The only thing that worried me was the postage, because I always look for a bargain, always, regardless. And because I know she's in America, I went bargain hunting for postage, and I pretended I was in America. I used somebody, a member's address in America, and was like, okay, I want to send from here to here. What's the cheapest? The cheapest that I could find for 3 cakes. I knew the weight, of course. I knew the size. Cheapest for 3 cakes was $82. And I was like, flipping heck, there is no way on this earth she's going to go through with this. And when she spoke to me, fudge, she said, no, it's not that expensive. And she showed me a screenshot where it was $20-something. Like, how the heck? And she explained about a box being in a bag and it going, this particular one going via pirate ship. And even on pirate ship, that was the cheapest I could find. And I was like, I don't understand how you're getting it that cheap. And she couldn't explain it to me. But there are ways and means. And on her channel, mainly for the Americans, she guides you on how to get the cheapest postage. And when you're saving over $60 in postage, it's a heck of a lot of a bargain. So it might be worth going and having a nosy on her channel and, you know, having a poke around in her postage. That sounds really bad. Go and have a poke in Armchair Chef's postage, because it may well help you out. So yeah, with the shipping being daunting, that's for me too. I mean, I wasn't going to do Secret Santa this year because I've got to put every penny I can into getting Hunter here. And this month was the first month that I've actually been able to put a nice little handful of money into the savings account, because it hasn't had to be eaten straight away. I don't mean eaten in the literal sense, but it hasn't been taken up by corrupt people or illness or debt or whatever. So I've finally been able to do that, and I'm so pleased. But I don't know how long it's going to last for. But I thought, you know what? I need to do a little bit of something good. I need this. So I put up the Secret Santa. And I'm only doing it this early because I know one person, Miss Ingrid, who loves to take part, to stay in touch with you guys. She's in South Africa, and you can't send her a package in November. It has to be sent in September. at the latest. So I've had to announce this really early so people are aware of it, and so that we can get Suicidal King, so we can get everybody out in a timely manner. Miss Helen, welcome in, Miss Helen. How do you do to you, miss? How you doing? Laurie has just reinstated, confirmed that Armchair Chef has a whole playlist about postage. And as she worked for them, she's got a lot of tips. It's just, you need to apply them. That was my fault. That was so my fault. I'm way too hot. I'm sticky as heck and I'm getting extremely heavy-handed. I was doing so well. Am I going to get that high again? I don't know. I might be lucky and then I might not be. We'll see. Oh yeah, and with my Sophie's blanket and Sophie's dream, I will show you guys my progress each time I finish a square off, so you can see the colours. Hello. That's your hair. How you doing? In walks trouble. Did you see that? That's not going to last, is it? When is the deadline to tell me that you want to join? Last week of August. Because I will be announced the 31st of August. I will be making all the videos. And the 1st of September, I will be sending out the videos to show you who you'll be sending to. So nice. Did you like it? Are you starving? And now you've just walked in another bit. There's chicken just there. Look. Chuck. Chuck. No, not on the end of my finger, you nana. Behind you, where your tail is right now. Turn around. Why do I even bother? Why am I even bothering? Helen says, I'm doing well. I made a silly mistake. Oh, no. I ordered some yarn like I got you, but instead of ordering 2 bags each colour, I ordered 4. 32. You've been watching too much Russell. That's what you've been doing, Miss Helen. Russie's bad habits are wearing off on you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Miss Helen. 32,000 meters. So how many colors have you got? Wow. 32,000. Wow. That's like, you can make a dust cardi for an elephant with that. See, you missed it. There's one there. Look. 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 Chicken. Not my fit. So Helen's going to be busy for a little while. See, for Russ, that's just not a big thing. I think I'm going to have to get out the knitting machine. You're going to have to do something, girl. 32,000 meters. I mean, what are you going to do with 32,000 meters? That'll keep you going for a little while. Flip your neck. Hey, Sifton, how'd you do? Did Mr. Joe send you over here? Welcome in. I hope you all saw the beezes at the beginning, by the way. I had a really, really nice few minutes in the garden this afternoon after the heat of the noon had gone. I went and sat amongst all my lavender with Beany not that far away. What are you doing? With Beany not that far away. And I had all the beezes and the butterflies all around me, around the lavender. And it was like having a little orchestra around me. The amount of different varieties of bees that are out there and all the humming and the buzzing. It was absolutely wonderful. And the only reason why I came back in was because I was sat on stones, on slate, and it was hurting my bum. So I had to move. But it was so nice to be out there and just enjoy nature's music. It's very, very sweet. Very sweet. Perhaps says, I hope you really like the colour. You'll be using it for the next 3 years. Well, she did say colours. I want to know how many colours she got. Siftin says, actually, you came upon my post. I came upon your post. Wow. That makes a change for me. That doesn't happen. Ha! This challenge is going to kill me with frustration. I'm very, 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 very surprised, and I'm quite pleased at the same time. Well, thank you for letting me know, Mr. Sifton. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. It's nice to know where you get seen. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes. Let me scroll here. Lois says, nice to see you, Mona. Sifton says, I see the Cookie Monster. You see the Cookie Monster. This, Mr. Cookie, he's double-sided too. He can always see you. This was a happy mail I was sent. I'd seen these schemes and I was like, I so want to make a Cookie Monster. And it's a previous member that said, I'll get you a Cookie Monster. And she sent me 2. And this was made in less than an hour. I think it was about 20 minutes to make one side. It was done so quick, so it's just what they call finger knitting, I guess. It's done so quick. And I was so pleased with it. And he's so soft and fuzzy. But I haven't given him any cookies yet. I keep eating them before he gets to see them. Or says you'll see a whole lot of blue on this channel. You'll see a lot of blue on this channel. There's a lot of blue. Even my cards are blue. I didn't even realise that until she's just said that. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of blue. Oh yeah, there's blue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do tend to like blue. I mean, my garden is not all blue. It's got probably, no, it hasn't even got mainly blue in the garden. Got mainly purple in the garden, but I haven't got mainly blue. And I found out today, just because I picked this book up, this book has got a plan of my garden in it and where all of my different lavenders are planted and the name of each lavender that's planted. I don't have 36 lavenders at all. I've got 38 varieties of lavender, not 36, 38. So I actually lied to people last week. I'm sorry. But you all would have got it wrong anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But 38 varieties. Just for the bees and the other pollinators, I guess. Mr. says, who started the card challenge? It's up on Critters Crochet. Miss Teresa was doing it in a live. And a lot of us were quite fixated on it. And I said that I'd do it. I said, even though it's not crochet, I'd do that. I could probably do it in a short without speed up. Well, clearly I lied because I just don't have the steady hand anymore. But instead of doing a video, I thought, no, I'll just do it in my live. And then it's proof that I haven't edited it. And then you can all laugh at me in real time. So that's what I went with. But yeah, that's going to go. I just don't have the steady hands anymore for it. Don't you hate getting older where you're like, oh yeah, I could do that with a BryZ, and you're thinking about when you last did it, which could be like a decade ago, and you go to do something and you're like, I just can't do that anymore. That's what stopped me decorating for Christmas, because the last time I decorated for Christmas, I only decorate this room. That's it. Just this room. And when I first did it, it took me a couple of hours. The following year, it took me a little bit longer. The last time I did it, it took me literally all day. And I was hurting so much. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. Can't do it. It's way, way too much pain for nothing, because all I ever do is tell Beany off for jumping at things and playing with baubles. I haven't got any kids. So what am I doing it for? Yeah, it looks pretty. I like the sparkles. I like the lights. But it's pointless. Putting myself through all that pain for nothing. So I stopped doing it. Same kind of thing when I last decorated as well. Like, I did this room when I first moved in. And again, it took me a couple of hours to do the first coat. And it took me slightly less than that to do the second coat. The second time I decorated it, it took me a lot longer. And then when it needed doing again 2 years ago, there was no way. No way. So I ended up having someone else bodge it up for me. I wish I hadn't, because they bodged it. And they made it out to be my fault when it wasn't my fault at all. At all. They ruined a rug that was an antique. And it was just a bad experience. Lois says, you got it up so many layers. I did, but now I've become all heavy-handed and sweaty and sticky. And Miss Sarah has dropped Miss Teresa's video for the challenge if you want to go and have a nosy. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Helen says, the yarn is royal blue. Royal blue! Light blue and dark. There is very little contrast between the... We don't say that word around here. We don't say that word around here. Oh my gosh. So what most of you don't know, oh my gosh. I currently have no phone, because my mobile phone it started getting exceptionally hot. So when I rang up the phone provider, I knew that was going to happen. That's a weak spot. Why have I got that like that? That's way too weak. I rang up the phone provider and they said that it needed to go in for repair. And I said, well, can I take it somewhere? Because I can't really be without my phone because I need it for medical purposes and I need it for work. And they said, yeah, you can take it to your local store. And I said, well, I need their number then. So they gave me the number and the local store refused to pick up the phone. I tried for 2 days, different times, even left a message and nobody wanted to get back to me. So I got really miffed and I rang up the phone provider again and said, okay, I suppose it's got to come in then. And the way they work is it takes 2 days to get to the repair place. The repair place have got 2 days to work on it. And then they send it back to you and it'll be back with you within 2 days of them sending it. But it's all, of course, work days, not like weekends or bank holidays. So my phone went off and the solution came back of, we don't know what's wrong with it. We can't work it out, so we can't fix it. So what we're going to do is we'll upgrade your phone. So you'll get the next model. You'll get the next model, but it will be refurbished. Now, even though refurbished is a kind of a scary thought, it's not that bad because it usually means that somebody's bought the phone, they've taken it out of the box and then gone, no, I don't really want it, and given it back. That tends to be the thing, but they do go over it and test it and whatever. But anyway, so I went, oh, okay, fine. Well, it is what it is. I've lost all my data, but okay. And she said, okay, that's great. So would you like to pick a colour? And I went, oh, yeah, I'll have a blue one. And she said, I'm afraid we don't have blue. Oh, okay then. What have you got? So she started coming out with these stupid names. There was porcelain, obsidian, heather, I think it was heather, and peony. And I went, oh, porcelain. I'm sorry, we're out of stock on that one. Oh, okay. I guess obsidian then. I suppose that's going to be black, right? And she said yes. Okay, I'll have obsidian. Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of stock on that. Okay, well, would it be better if I just say, what aren't you out of stock on? And she said, hang on a moment. Peony. It's the only one we've got in stock. And I went, what colour is your peony? Oh, that's pink. Really? That's the only one you've got? And she said, yes, is that a problem? And I went, oh, no, I need a phone. I'll just buy another skin for it. Thank you. Okay, I'll be with you in the next 2 days. I got it in 1 day. And within 24 hours, that phone was doing exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. It was overheating so quickly that it was burning my hand. I got it on the Monday. Tuesday, I was like, this is getting really stupid. And I went into town Wednesday, just gone. And I went to the phone shop. And I was holding it by the corners. And the bloke, he came up to me and was like, can I help you? And I went, yeah, can you just hold my phone, please? What do you mean? I went, just, honestly, just hold my phone for a second. And he took it off me and he went, oh, it's hot. And I went, yes, see, it's not just me. And he said, where have you had it? And I went, as you saw, I wasn't even holding it. That's how I have to hold it, by the corners, because it is so hot. And he went, that isn't right. I went, exactly. Help, please, because this is a second phone and this is an upgraded one to the previous one. And the previous one went in for repair last week. This is what they replaced it with because they couldn't find a fault with it. Oh, well, let's have a look. So he took it and it was getting hotter and hotter. He was baffled by it and he said, yeah, we're going to have to send it off. And I went, well, great. So that went in for repair on Wednesday. And was it this morning or last night? One of the two. They said they're going to be replacing the phone because they can't fix it. They don't know what the problem is. Now, the hope is that they don't give me another pink one, because I'm sure the pink contaminated it. It must have done something. It burnt it to a frizzle. Oh, that was bent. I can't use a bent one. It burnt it to a frizzle. That's my theory. What happened with the first one, I don't know. I must have had a pink app on it or something. I don't know. But I should have my new phone Monday, I think, or Tuesday at the very, very latest. But I'm going to be so miffed if it's pink again. And if it overheats again. But it's very weird not having a phone. Very weird. Especially when I can't play the games that I'm used to. Scrolling down. They call me the Cookie Monster because I love cookies in the Cookie Monster. But I can't do that because all of this will go and I've got such a sore throat. I've been talking way too much. So you're a cookie monster looking at the Cookie Monster. I have to ask, are you blue as well, like a Smurf? You'll fit right in here if you are. Joe says, you were just mistaken. As far as you knew then, that's how many you had. Then you corrected yourself with the garden reference. I did. I'm quite pleased with myself. But I thought I had 36 lavenders, and I don't have 36 at all. I have got 38. And if I'm going to get really, really technical, I could even say I've actually got 40. It's just that I don't know what two of the varieties are. Doris says, you can put one more row on top and you'll have a little complete tower. No, can't do that. I've got to build it properly. Helen says, I'm working on another baby set in orange. You've got to show me these baby sets because they're so cute when you make your baby sets. I love them. Lois says, okay, done at the doctor's, and it'll be basically high-dose allergy meds. Then he apologised that he did this to me. That should tell you how bad it looks. Wow. Laurie is one giant spot. I want to know how your other half's going to pop you. See, now that's something I was going to say my podiversary, and it slipped my mind until literally this morning, because it was going to be one of my questions, but I never got the post out. But there's you with your anti-allergy meds now. I'm allergic to antihistamines, which a lot of doctors can't get their head around, because antihistamines are what your body uses to fight off allergies, and in tablet form it's just a higher dose of. But I am allergic to antihistamines, and if I have too many antihistamines and nobody knows what that number is, it can kill me. So if anyone wants to poison me, drop me an antihistamine and say, hey, it's for your hay fever, take it. And I'll be like, oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. And then I'll be sprawled on the floor and die. Yay. Helen says, the set is a sweater, a bonnet, and booties. The pattern is over 75. Oh, of course, you like doing the vintage ones as well. That's why they're so pretty. Over 75 years old and lacy looking. The main pattern is shells with front and back posts. I'm going to have to get off and do things. Do things? What are you doing things for? Oh my gosh, so overrated, Helen. Doing things? No, I'll pass. But it was nice to see you come in, even though you've probably already gone. It's too bouncy. It was too bouncy. Sharon says, only you would only be able to get pink. Right, exactly. I was so miffed. So miffed. So miffed. Yearning for a smile. She's in. Welcome in, my dear. She says, morning. No, evening. Morning to you. Actually, it's not even your morning, is it? Aren't you on the afternoon now? I thought you'd be facing the afternoon by now. She's an early riser and she's still saying morning. Louis says, you're doing so much better than Teresa from Critters Crochet was able to do. Shh. I didn't want to say that because that would curse me. That's got to be the most frustrating allergy ever. This is a steroidal med. For me, I've only gotten hay fever in the past like 4 years. And it's really only affecting my eyes. My eyes get exceptionally gunky. And every time I wipe away the gunk, it's creating a fissure in the corner of my eye. And of course, with the fissure, it stings when the gunk gets anywhere near it. Last night, I was completely blinded for a good while because I had, that sounds really bad. It was bad. I had a snotty cloud covering my entire eye and I could not get rid of it. I was really, really, really struggling. It didn't matter what I was wiping it with, how I was wiping it. It just would not go. And I gave up in the end. I got as much as I could off and just went to bed. Like if I sleep, I can't moan. So I went to bed and moaned. Camille, what's up? My eyebrows. They're up. The cards aren't. Welcome in. You're in time for the wheel, Miss Camille. Miss Sharon says, I'm allergic to penicillin, which actually means I'm allergic to all the cillins. As I found out, I didn't know that. When I had my first C-section, oh man, I was ill. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Not about you specifically, but I meant, you know, if you're allergic to penicillin, you're allergic to psyllin. Yanning says, yes, somewhere in the afternoon, but I have not moved around much today. I don't believe you. I do not. Thank you very much. But I've not moved around much today, I don't believe you. Just doing a lot of laundry. See, you've moved and feel like my day has not progressed much. Mine hasn't either. That'll be me tomorrow. I've got laundry and a lot of dishwasher stuff to do and a lot of kitchen cleaning to do. That is going to go. I hope you all saw when it got tall, right? And I was only 2 layers away from the top. I hope you all saw that. She says, I have a tear duct that does something strange like that. It feels like yes, I have that with this one. Yes, just here. Like a rock of matter forms and it gets so sore. It is so annoying. I get that in this one. And it's like a proper little, it is hard. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. It's there and you go to grab it and it is a proper rock and it's blooming hard because when you take it out, it's sore. Yeah. Oh, I'm so with you on that. When I was younger, my mother just said, that's because you're disgusting and you don't wash. So there you go. There's my advice to you. Don't be so disgusting. Wash. Apparently. Lois says hello to Camille. She's just left the neurologist, giving me a different med. Perp says I'm allergic to penicillin and capsicum. So peppers and chili. Capsicum. Wow. So that'll be why she would never come here for lunch. That'll be a good excuse. Sorry, I can't see you today, Perk, because I'm making my chili con carne. Jen, welcome in, Miss Jen. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I saw you. Long time. Welcome in. She says, hey. Hanging out with Jen says, hey. Hi. Yeah, he says, lovely horn interruption, right? The joys of living so close to a pub, especially on a Friday night. I mean, the garden's pretty busy, but at least they haven't got a concert going on right now. They had one midweek, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's what's going to happen this weekend. And that's what I'm expecting this weekend. Concert on Saturday and Sunday. Ugh. Doris says, I saw you got video proof. Thank you. Thank you. See? Thank you. Right. I'm giving it 2 more minutes, and then we will spin the wheel with our, was it 41 entries on there? And we'll see who has won the $34 or 25 quid, however you want it, in PayPal or e-gift card. We'll see who we got. Is Snaily working, Perp? Just sort of miss Snaily because Snaily's on the wheel. Hang on. It must be funny. What's funny? What happened? Jan says, I call it my kidney stone of your eye. I have an ointment to put in that is a consistency Neosporin. It has something to do with drainage and a rod in my jaw pushing on sinus. See, mine is just because I've got blocked tear ducts and I don't have proper functioning tear ducts, so my eyes don't get washed as well as they should. So that's why that forms. And I just get told by the opticians, just every now and again with the damp flannel, just very gently go over your eye, very gently. Just do it regularly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sharon says to watch the antics happening at the bottom. Oh, it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to listen to either. Snaily is out. Oh, she's out. She is out having a boogie or whatever the youngsters have these days. I never had a boogie, but I need to put that on top. I give up. I will take a picture of the how high I got because I can't. I'm getting heavier and heavier handed because I'm so flipping hot and manky right now. I am so missing my fan. And I've got so many cards on the floor that have committed suicide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards on the floor. I'm done. So done. Okay. Let me just sort the camera out quickly before we do the wheel. What do we do the wheel? Oh, wrong one. Get the correct one, Khadijah. Oh, yeah. Yarning. Wait. Before you run away, even though you probably already have. You wanted to know how to say my name. Khadijah. Okay, right. Let's... Wait, what? If I won a giveaway somewhere, someone sent me an email that just says congratulations, but there's nothing in the email at all. I didn't know I'd entered a giveaway. Did I enter a giveaway that I didn't know about? I didn't know. Okay. Right. The wheel. Let's get the wheel up, shall we? There we have the wheel. Camille says 35C there. Oh, no. Here, it hasn't changed. So it's still 26 centigrade in here. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm so sorry. It's 26 centigrade in here, but it is extremely humid. Like extremely. It's nasty sticky. It's horrible. Louis says, you did say, well, make a short of that highest section. I might just do that. Oh no, that's going to be a pain. And then I've got to download the entire. Fine. There'll be 2 videos out tomorrow. Oh, and on Sunday, please check out the posts, because every Sunday there's a creator that I have found around that's trying to grow their channel. Each Sunday it might be a worth look in. You may like them, you may not like them, but if you can check them out, I'll be really appreciated. Camille says probably scam. No. It's someone that I know. It's a subscriber. I've sent empty emails before when I was supposed to do an attachment and forgot to put the attachment in, but then I've realised, but maybe she was supposed to and forgot. I don't know. Could be for anything, let's face it. But I do know who it is. Laurie says it's about 29 centigrade here in Colorado, but almost no humidity. Oh, it's too much humidity here. 26 centigrade, 78.8. Thank you, Miss Perp. Thank you. Right, I need a volunteer. Do we have Angela still in here? Do we have Wriggles still in here? Are one of you still in here? We didn't get the goal, so we're going to spin the 41 people as they are. But if we have Angela or Wriggles in, they can help with the wheel. Angela, I'm going to start shuffling. You're going to help with the wheel for me, please. If I do a shuffly shuffle. Miss Angela, please let me know when to spin the wheel so we can find our winner for this month before we get a naked wheel again. It'll be all naked for next week because we're in a new month next Friday. But Angela, just let me know when to stop and spin. Woo! Hey, I don't think so, but I've got to show see the Camille or Auntie. It's going to be Auntie. I know what she's going to want. Auntie's going to want Wool Warehouse. Congratulations, Miss Auntie. Auntie is actually on the prayer list above right now. The prayers and the thoughts are pinned to the top of the chat. Auntie's in there right now. I don't know if what's up has been shared publicly or not, so I'm not going to say. But top of the chat right now, prayers and thoughts, please, for the peoples. I will renew that for next week for the new month. But if you can for the moment, please, it'd be appreciated. I will go to Auntie and let her know, but I need to show you. Look! Pep made some meckies. Notice that my cursor won't even touch the one on the right. It's just not going to happen. But they got little feetses. They got little feetses. Little posies. Little doozies. It's their ears that I love the most. But Miss Perp has made a couple of meckies. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in on him, but we'll see. Not brilliantly, but there is Sharon's Binx, who is looking rather skinny right now and very, very, very sheeny. Very sheeny indeed. It's all sheeny. So that is the Binx. The Binx. Congratulations to Auntie. Thank you very much to everybody who got onto the wheel for this month. Like I said, we will make it all naked for next month because we have our winner, and she's a member. So you know, one of the bonuses of being a member is I will come to you and let you know. I'm going to go to her and let her know. Secret Santa. The post is up there, the video's up there, Secret Santa. If there are creators in here that would be willing to share the post and the video, I would really, 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 really appreciate it, please. Because we've got to get some Santas going. We have got to get some Santas. Whips in email, please. And in your email with your whip, please, 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 let us know the yarn that you're using and the pattern, so that if anybody gets inspired by your make and they say, what is it? Or what is that yarn? Then I can let them know. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. So please. Let me see if I miss anything before I run away. I'm not running anywhere, but before I run away. It's bedtime. I'm going to bed. I'm not running to bed. I'm going to crawl to bed. Zara says, cute meckies. Thank you very, very much to Miss Angela for helping with the wheel. What I said while the wheel was spinning was, I can't watch this. It hurts my eyeballs. Hubby laughed at you. Why? Because it was so close. That's not laugh worthy, you evil hubby. She could have won some money. That could have bought you something. Don't laugh at her, because when she does win, you ain't going to get nothing. Sharon, of course, loves the glittery mecky. Don't mess with the Binx. I know, the face. Make sure I get everyone. Beastie Binx. Thank you, Miss Angela. Everybody, wishing everyone a lovely weekend. I really, really hope you have something to smile about, even if you're having a really horrible time or something isn't going your way with whatever. Try and find some lightness in the dark. Give a smile to somebody. Even if you're passing a mirror, just give a quick glance and smile at yourself, because even you need them every now and again. Hopefully, I will see you next Friday. Secret Santa, cracking the whips. Other than that, I may see you around in the lives. Maybe. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.